beauty queens, how's it going? So I know that something that people like to talk about, especially on social media these days, are different types of drugstore makeup that they love. And as a professional, I have shied away from drugstore makeup for a very long time now. There are some things that I do use, and I just wanted to share with you because things have changed so much. When I was a kid, it was like, I say kid, when I was a teenager and when I was in college, you know, drugstore makeup was terrible. It was really bad. Like, there were a few good things and that was it. And you know, it's still kind of hit and miss sometimes, but what I've found, what I've noticed from, you know, people who are reviewing these things, and from me being broke and having to start buying drugstore makeup instead of the professional stuff for everyday use for myself, I found that actually a lot of these brands have stepped up their game. So I wanted to talk about some of my personal favorite drugstore finds, whether for personal use or even when using on someone else. So my first one is really obvious. I really like Maybelline mascaras. I use these on me. I use these on every client. The only mascara I found that even comes close is the Urban Decay one, and that's like $40 for the set. So, you know, realistically speaking, everyday mascara kind of right here. That being said, I only use their waterproof varieties because I just find that the only the only non-waterproof that works well for me is that higher end one. So it's gonna have to be waterproof, but oh my gosh, they're so good. And you know, you'll find so many artists who agree with me. I'm not even ashamed about it. The next thing that I found, and this is another thing that, you know, you can use this professionally or you can use it just personally. You can find a really good lash curler without going to, I mean, like the Shu Uemura ones there, I'm sure they're fabulous, but this works fine. It's less about the product in this case and more about the technique. This one is from Tweezerman. This is my personal favorite from me. I believe I use, yes, the one in my kit is a Revlon one, and that's what I use for other people. This one I just find works better for me. You kind of want to play around with it before you find something, and then once you find something, you want to stick with it. Pretty much my favorite drugstore brand of all time. I was actually introduced to this by a pageant friend, and I think it was 2007. And this brand is Milani, and you'll hear me talking about Milani all the time. The nice thing about Milani is that their formulations are just good. They've got great makeup, it's attractive makeup, it's fun makeup, but more to the point, it's a high quality formulation, and I cannot state that enough. This is Milani. Like, this is exactly what this lip color looks like in real life, and is transferring to the camera exactly how it's supposed to. That's something that you normally don't find except for in professional makeup. And I don't mean high-end makeup like Too Faced or Marc Jacobs or whatever. I mean professional makeup like Graftobian and RCMA. So the fact that you can find this in a drugstore brand is phenomenal. You don't find that with NYX. They call themselves professional. I don't know if you find that with the e.l.f. professional line or not. I wasn't a fan of their powder when I tried it, but that was a while ago. But look at these colors. These are amazing. That's exactly what they look like in real life. They're just beautiful. This next one really surprised me, and I've talked about this before. I think I talked about all of these before, just in passing, but this little guy right here, this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, and this is an ivory. This is the lightest cool tone that they've got, at least that I know of. It's a big mess because, as you can see, I use it every day. I cannot believe the coverage of this, and also it's astounding how well it translates to screen. Like, for selfies, you wouldn't want to use this on a shoot. I would not use this on a shoot. But for every day, you don't have to worry about your makeup looking weird in your photos. I think that's a win. Another drugstore find that I'm obsessed with and I've been using for years is this color corrector by Physicians Formula. I'm not a huge fan overall of Physicians Formula. I'm not a huge fan of their products just because they don't always transfer well on screen. And obviously by now you can tell that's a huge thing for me if you didn't already know that. But this guy, you know, it's the creamy consistency works. It stays for the most part. I've used this on all sorts of people, all sorts of skin types, and it just works really well. I really like their color correctors, especially this yellow one. I use this every single day on myself, and I use it on, I would say about half of the people that I work with when I'm doing photography makeup, so realistically speaking, you can't go wrong with this one either. Guy is totally beat up, but that's again because I use it all the time. This is one of the Burt's Bees lip glosses. This is their NARS dupe, their NARS Orgasm dupe. It's called Sunny Day. It's really beautiful. The color is spot on. I've got both of them, the NARS and this one. They look exactly the same. The NARS one I think may smell a little better, but I mean really, if you're paying like $6 for this versus like, what is that one, like $20 for that one, it's a no-brainer. The last drugstore makeup I want to share with you today is this. It's a relatively recent find. I don't do my nails a lot of the time up here. I don't do a manicure a lot of the time. I do pedicures a lot. What I find with manicures is it takes forever to dry and it smudges everywhere, and why deal with it, you know? But this is amazing. This is a spray, and you can find similar products in the salon. I don't know how this one compares because I did not go to school professionally for nails. I did an internship, but I didn't actually go to school for nails, so I don't know the intricacies of the products and so on. But this one, I got it at Meijer. It's just like Walmart. It's Onyx Professional. You can probably find this anywhere. But basically what this does is after you have done your nails, you know, you've done your bottom coat, your 2 coats of color, and your top coat, you let it get a little bit tacky, you shake this up, you spray it on, and it helps them dry more quickly. You obviously want to still be careful, you know, it can still smudge if you like whack someone in the face. Why would you be doing that anyway? But this stuff really has kind of saved my life. Now, I do manicures sometimes on myself. Now, when I do my nail polish at night on my toes, I don't have to worry about my sheets ruining it and the nail polish coming off on my sheets. So that's pretty epic if you ask me. So those are my favorite drugstore products as of right now. I'm going to be trying a lot more drugstore products this year because, as you know, finances have changed for me. I'm really actually looking forward to it. There's a lot of stuff that's come out that I really want to try, whether you've already tried it and I haven't, or it's brand spanking new. So I hope that you like this video because there's probably going to be a lot more drugstore makeup videos coming up. Go ahead and give me a like to let me know that you liked it. Give me a comment. I would love it if you would subscribe, and we can hang out some more and talk about more awesome products. See you later, beauty queens.